Hello. For some reason, whenever I upload these, everything looks crooked, but I apologize if my house looks crooked. I don't think it is. I use a different. I'm on a totally different stand, and still somehow it looks crooked. And yeah, not sure why it does that. So I'll turn you down a little bit. Okay, done. Sorry. Okay, it's been a long time since I've been here. If it's your first time here, welcome. This is the Birdsong Knits podcast. My name is Elaine. And I podcasted like 4 times maybe, and then stopped for 6 months. It was a very stressful fall. We had some things go on in our family, and then honestly, I had a stressful winter too. Just stuff. So just life stuff, and I couldn't do it all. I also lose my knitting mojo every winter. I still knit, I still create, but it is a different energy for me. In the summer, I'm hyped up and excited. I love all the things I'm making, and in the winter, I'm just trying to make it through, and I knit to keep my sanity, and that's about the best that I can do. So winter is hard in the Midwest for some of us. It's very hard for me. So anyway, I'm back. The sun has come out several days. It's not out today, but the sun has come out several times. I've gotten some beautiful walks outside, and my creativity we're going. I'm just excited to craft. That's my son's toys. That's okay. All right. So I'm just going to share a couple things that I've made. I did a lot of things over the winter that I'm not going to share, but I have one finished object to show you today. This adorable elephant, and I'm going to pull up the pattern so I can tell you about it. This is for my niece, who was just born. So lucky me. It's actually my first niece. I have nephews, but no nieces. So this adorable elephant is called the Sitting Elephant Pattern. I guess that's what the title of my file says, but the pattern just says elephant pattern. So I haven't put it in Ravelry yet. I bought this on Etsy, the pattern. It was not super cheap, but she was worth it. I think she's really cute. She was the cutest elephant I found. So I decided to invest. And it's by Knots and Snuggles. So I'll have the link either to my Ravelry project or that I'm going to create, or to the pattern directly on Etsy. So I use a yarn from Hobby Lobby for her, and it's called Baby Bee. Okay, I have a different color of it here because I'm about to start an otter with the same yarn. Baby Bee Adorable. The gray I know is flannel. Oh, the pink is called Pinkaboo, and the white is called Angel. So those are the colorways. It's a size 5 kind of chenille type yarn. Very soft and cuddly. She does have safety eyes, so baby won't get to play with her right away, but she's bigger. Like, the elephant is bigger anyway, so she'll be cute on a shelf until her human is ready to play with her. And I just used some leftovers from my mom's stash. My mom makes a lot of crochet stuffies. She's very good at it. And so she had that yarn in her stash, and I needed so little that I borrowed it. She's got a little tail in the back. She's cute, right? I like her. I don't love making stuffies, to be honest, but I was very motivated by this pattern. The pattern was very easy to follow, and she just looked so cute. I knew she was going to turn out cute. So that's what I finished recently. She'll be gifted this weekend. I don't think I'm making anything for myself. Yeah, everything that I'm making is a gift, which is fun. I love that because I don't need things. I've been crocheting and knitting for a long time, and so I have all the things I need. Where should I go next? I think socks. So before I talk about that one, the sock that I'm about to finish, this is a Hedgehog Fibers yarn in the Hedgehog Fibers sock in the colorway Sparrow. I always knit mine magic loop on a size 0. I don't have sock blockers right now, so we're just going to do this way. And it's been stuffed in my bag for a while now. It's the Blueberry Waffles pattern. I really like this yarn. It's cute. It does have a high twist, I would say, but I like the colorway a lot. It's very springy, right? It's good for right now. And the second one is on its way. So Blueberry Waffles sock. My project will be linked below, but I believe that's a free pattern. So if you go to my project, then the pattern will be linked within the project. So I'm just have the foot and toe left, which is very exciting. I'm finished with the gusset. I'll just finish these very soon. I'm taking them with me. I keep them in my purse. So when I'm waiting somewhere, my son does Taekwondo. So when he's at Taekwondo, I usually knit whatever's in my bag. And I get a lot done that way. And that foot, I'm certain will be done this week. So I'll be done with those. I go to my friend. And then I will make these socks next. So this is a West Yorkshire Spinner's signature yarn called colorways Wood Pigeon. These are for another friend who's having a hard time, and I don't know if she wants socks or not, but if I was going through a hard time and someone gifted me socks, I'd feel better, even for just a moment. So that's why I want to give them to her. I don't know. It's a way for me to show her love, I guess. Isn't that colorway pretty? So those are blues and pinks. They're very muted, kind of dusty. I guess it's pink. Or is it purple? I guess I would call that purple. I've always been operating on this as pink, but in this light, it really looks purple. That's purple, isn't it? Okay. Well, I chose these colors just because I think she'll want a more muted colorway. And this has been sitting in my stash and calling my name for quite a while, so I'm excited that I get to work with it. I'll just do vanilla socks. So I started the cuff of the first one, which is great. I'm going to a movie next Monday, so I'll probably take these and just cruise through the leg of that first sock. The other sock will be done by then, and then I'll just keep them in my bag. They'll be my new purse project, and I imagine they will get finished within 2 weeks, I would say. All right, I'm just watching my cat and seeing if he's gonna try and topple my laptop. Next up, so I did my socks. The next project is a crochet blanket for another friend. I have friends. This is nice. I didn't know how many friends I had until I did this podcast and I could list my projects for them. I see you. I can tell you want to come in the video. Please don't step on my microphone. So this is another Hobby Lobby yarn. I'm making a crochet blanket for my friend. I love this yarn in the linen colorway. And I think I've gotten through 3 or 4 balls already, or skeins. I'm using the Maverick blanket pattern. I'm following the pattern exactly, but I have a problem with my crochet. It's never on gauge. I know this. And yet I used the yarn size recommended in the pattern, the hook size recommended in the pattern, and then the stitch count recommended in the pattern, which means my blanket turned out really big. So this blanket is too wide, like legitimately too wide. By the time I knit this tall enough to cover her 6-foot husband, it's going to be too heavy, super heavy. I'm going to hold this up for a second. But you can see the width. It's too wide. I can't hold it open. It's 6 foot wide, basically. So that's a great length. Excuse me, fuzz. So I've decided I'm going to make it a vertical stitch instead of horizontal, which hopefully she doesn't mind. She did help me pick out the pattern and the yarn. Hopefully she doesn't mind that I have switched this up on her. I don't think she'll care. It looks so plain. It honestly looks really boring in the picture. In person, it's beautiful, and I think laying on the couch, it's going to be really nice. It's a combination of half double crochet and double crochet. Is that true? Yeah. I think it's a free pattern on her blog. So it will also be linked. My project will be there in the description box, and you'll be able to access the pattern from there. And if it links you to a Ravelry pattern that's paid for, check the notes of that pattern, like read through the description of the pattern, because it might say this is available for free here, because I'm pretty sure I got it on the blog for free. All right, so that's the blankets. That one is a more long-term project. I won't see her again probably until August. I will absolutely have it done by then. If I get it done before then, I will decide if it's early enough. I just want to, like, if it's done in the next month, I might just ship it to her rather than waiting. We'll see. I'm also making socks for her husband after these, so I might just wait till everything's ready and take it to her in August. We'll see. Another blanket project that hasn't gotten much love in the last week or two, but before that was getting a lot, is my Cozy Comfort Throw by Molly of a Homespun House. And this is just using scraps held double with Knit Picks Surefoot sock, which I think I just learned is discontinued, and that's bad because I don't have enough to finish this project. I do think the Knit Picks Other Berry yarn will work fine. What's the other one called? It's just Stroll. I think it's a Bear Stroll, Knit Pick Stroll. So this one I liked because it had mohair, so it gives it a slight fuzz. Won't it be a bummer that half of it will have fuzz and half won't? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's okay. It's just a scrappy project. I'm loving using up my scraps for this. I'll try and hold it up through the different. That's the end there at the bottom. You can see it all, I think. It's fun. It's mindless. It's just garter stitch. Just grab the next skein, whatever I think works. And, you know, not skein, but scrap. I just grab my next scrap and pop it on there. Here's the Stroll, the Surefoot sock. You can see little halo. It's 40% mohair. It's a very slight halo, and then I'm just holding it double with the scrap, and I really, really like working on it, and my goal this year is to finish 2 blankets. If I finish these 2, I'll actually finish 3 because I already finished one. And by that I mean like throw size or bigger, because I'm also going to be making a bunch of baby blankets. I can tell. I'm craving baby blankets. For no one in particular. Maybe I'll give them to charity. Maybe I will save them. I like to have a stash of baby and birthday gifts for people. So I would love to have a stash of baby blankets to give. I like to sign up and take meals to people who've had babies, like at our church or in our community and at our schools. And I often take the moms' hand knit socks, whether I know they want them or not. Again, it's just my way of showing love. I have them. I love to make them. I don't need that many for myself. And so when I don't have a friend in mind, then I just put them in my stash and save them for that. So today I just dropped off a meal with someone, and again, gave them a pair of socks, whether they want them or not. Hopefully they enjoy them. I recently gave one to one mom, and she was like so touched by them. And then I happened to see her at our church unexpectedly. She didn't know I was going to be there, and she was wearing the socks that day. And I was like, you are so cool. And I'm so glad that that gift meant something, you know. It's okay if they don't like it and they pass them on or whatever. It doesn't matter, but it is fun to see your stuff out in the wild worn by other people. So my last project is, anyway, the sock thing. I just went with gifting socks. I also wanted to be able to do the same thing with baby blankets, because I buy something for the baby because I don't have a stash of anything for the baby, and then I give the mom socks. I would love to give a baby blanket or a baby snuggle thing, like the little, let me see, I think I have an example. I just bought this pattern the other day, and I have leftover yarn from this elephant that will work perfect for it. Oh, I deleted it from my downloads. Well, it's basically like a teeny blanket with an rabbit stuffed head attached to it. Like you crochet like the stickers from my son. Pokemon stickers. I've been blessed with Pokemon stickers from my son. He's very sweet. Hopefully you have someone in your life who blesses you with stickers. A little child. Okay, this pattern, next project, I'm moving on because I was yammering, is a baby sweater. Another thing I love to make. I prefer to make baby sweaters than adult sweaters, although I do make adult sweaters sometimes. This is Sorghum Free Fold Over Jacket Mini is the name of it. I'll show it to you, but again, it will be in my projects linked below, and you'll be able to access the pattern from there. It's a paid for pattern, not super cheap. It is listed in whatever currency I don't remember if it was Sweden or Norway. I don't know. I don't remember. But it's listed in her local currency, so you're not sure until you're about to buy it. And then you see what the total is. I want to say it was $8 or $9, which is a lot, in my opinion. I think that's close to what the elephant was too. But I do like to support the pattern writers, and if I really like the pattern and that's what I want to make, sometimes it's like, okay, I know this is going to work perfectly with what I have. It's worth it. Maybe I will knit it more than once. I don't know. I think it's knitting up so pretty. I really am happy with it. The way it feels is just lovely. I don't know where I got that stitch marker, but it's marking the right side of my fabric. So, it's got these garter ridges mixed with ribbing. It's basically what's happening. And it's very big right now. It doesn't look like a baby sweater because really it's a toddler sweater. I'm making a size 2 years, and I'm just a few rows from splitting for the sleeves. I won't have any more stitches than this. I just need a few more rows, and then I'll split for the sleeves, and then it will move a bit quicker. I'm actually trying to get it done by Sunday, which is Easter, and that's when I will see my 1-year-old nephew, and I would like to give this to him. So I gotta get cooking. That's the only thing probably I'll work on this week, except occasionally on the sock if I'm out and about. So the otter, did I talk about the otter already? I think I mentioned I'm gonna make the otter. That will be on hold. The blankets will be on hold. I will just work on this until it's finished. Hopefully by like Friday, it's gonna be tight, because I was shaking my knee, and I'm realizing I was shaking the camera. Sorry about that. I would like to block it first. I don't know. I will just keep looking. Speaking of which, I will let you go so that I can go knit and work on that before my son comes home. Thank you for, spending a few minutes with me. I did want this to be a shorter podcast. Looks like it is. The shorter it is, the more often I can podcast, because I can get back to knitting quickly. I can get back to my life quickly. I can get this uploaded more quickly. I love long podcasts, but I don't necessarily love rambling, which is a thing that I do often. It's not something I want to watch, so it's probably not something you want to watch. So I'm going to try and keep it more concise and share just my knitting excitement and joy with you, and hopefully you share some with me in the comments. I have to say one really quick thing. I will not ramble about this, and I'm not going to remember her name right now because it's been 6 months since this happened, so I apologize. You know who you are. Someone posted in the comments on my previous video, I think it was my last one. I've tried to record a few since then, and I just couldn't get through the editing and getting it uploaded. Because I wanted to comment on how, on this video, on YouTube, on my channel, I'm getting the right words. Someone mentioned that my knitting was twisted. My stitches were twisted in a very helpful way. So kind of you. I am so grateful, because it has transformed my knitting. Like, this green sweater would not look like this if I was still twisting my stitches. So I'm so glad that you told me. Thank you so much. I love the way my stockinette looks. I just love the way my knitting looks now that I'm not twisting my stitches. And you guys, I've been knitting for 20 years and crocheting for 20 years. There were a lot of times, now that I know now that someone told me very clearly, those stitches are twisted. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. There's just been so many clues over the last 20 years to this exact fact, but I couldn't quite get there myself. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't understand that I didn't understand that wrapping the yarn made a difference, like the direction that you wrap the yarn on your needle. So I was wrapping mine clockwise, and it needs to be wrapped counterclockwise to get the typical stitch, not a twisted stitch. So I just can't fully express how grateful I am. It took me a little while to relearn the wrapping. It's actually easier for me to knit wrapping it this way, and the finished product looks so much better. So I'm so grateful for this channel, and I know I disappeared for 6 months, but it's been on my mind just how grateful I am for the feedback and helpful tips that I have gotten. What a beautiful community that this can be to just help one another and share our love of this craft. And so thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to see you next time, which I hope will be very soon. Bye.